This shoe with the review with the Kyrie, not Kyrie, but Anta. They do have a Kyrie signature called the Kai 1, but it was released as like $100, pretty affordable. But then shoeflation, I suppose, depending on how they release like collabs, and they jacked up the price with limited edition, and I guess there's higher demand than the supply, so the resale prices are through the roof now. So I would wait until it stabilizes and it goes down, and then Anta releases more shoes. So this was the first Anta shoe that Kyrie donned after signing away from Nike. It's the Shockwave 5. I believe initially was supposed to be just a regular shoe for the average Joe players, but then they switched it up a little bit and put some of Kyrie's input in it, obviously. First of all, it is pretty low to the ground. The traction is pretty decent. Very tight, squeezy, forefoot, very narrow. And the thing about this shoe is that it's really narrow. Usually Anta shoes, you don't have to go up that many sizes, but for this, the Shockwave 5, just like the other previous Kyrie models, you need to go up at least half a size. I mean, if you have a narrow foot, go up half a size. If you're a normal foot, go up a full size, I would suggest. For me, I had to go up a full size, and I still felt a little bit of pinching and irritation on the pinky toe area. That's how narrow the shoe is. The overall fit and wrap is nice because it doesn't have any crazy stupid dead space on the toe box area. Overall, the lockdown is decent, and the heel, there's very little heel slippage, a lot of padding and substantial clutching design there. The outrigger is there as Kyrie's usually do. It's really doing a good job. The shoe is basically lower to the ground compared to other signature shoes with a lot of boosted cushioning inside. There's a little lateral plate, and also inside there's another plate to stabilize the shoe, so it's a very stable anti-torsion system in it. This little plastic, however, I think was a bit unnecessary. The boost-like material they used here, they have their name, but I don't remember. I don't really use them. They keep changing it, Alt-T Flash or something. So the boost feels like the condensed, denser, higher density jet boost that you see in recent Adidas shoes like the Harden 8s or the AE ones. Except I think they might be as good, if not better, than those jet boost. They have the boost material named Boom used in leaning shoes like the Jimmy Butler shoes, but I think this is better than their foam material. Unfortunately, it's overall very low to the ground. Compared to typical Kyrie's models, this is pretty soft and plush all around. The problem is on the heel, it feels like there's a bit of a flatness throughout. You need a little bit of elevation on the heel to make sure there's not a crazy dip on the heel, so you don't feel like there's a Achilles tendonitis inducing kind of sensation in the shoe. This one, unfortunately, not as bad as the JB1. JB1's kind of sink in the heel a little bit, makes the shoe a little dangerous. This okay, but could have been a little bit better. Another thing about this shoe is that the insoles are really good. I don't know what kind of material they use. It's kind of a sticky EVA material, but they are pretty durable at the same time, lightweight, and they form to your foot nicely. I love the insole they use for these Anta shoes. The traction, these triangular bits are awesome. Unfortunately, intriguingly, they have these weird patterns on the forefoot areas. I think these are the parts where you need the most traction. I think in terms of durability, they would last a little bit longer, but in terms of traction sensitivity, it's a bit dull on these parts. I believe the Shockwave 5 Elite or the more expensive versions do have a bit of better traction all around the forefoot area. So yeah, right now the Shockwave 5s, I think they're coming up in 1,000,001 colorways, and the prices are kind of stabilized and going down a bit. So instead of Kai 1s, you get these. Kai 1s, I've heard from other reviewers that it's even lower to the ground, and the cushioning is less significant than this. So yeah, if you can't get the Kai 1s, get the Shockwave 5s.